so much fucked up shit to get into.
Welcome back to Little Stinkers, baby. I'm Michael fucking Rainey here with my homeboys, Colton Harris.
Hello.
Good to see you, buddy.
You too.
I'm good. Jacob Furman Mattera.
Bing bong.
Wet and Juicy Jeff Simmons. It's so nice to be here with you guys tonight.
It's nice to be here with everyone else as well.
See those sweet smiling faces.
Y'all just touch tips.
I know. I always worry about touching tips because you touch tips with the wrong guy and you transport. Did you ever hear that?
What kind of tips we talking?
Not the kind that you report to the government.
And you transport where, you say?
To another dimension. You never heard that? It's Indians used to talk about that, Jake.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know how you do rain dances?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this you can do semen dances as well.
Yeah, I don't get out of the wigwam much these days.
You're better staying in there, man, because you learn shit like this.
We have a severe cum storm coming.
Low pressure system moving in from the south, Jake.
Yeah, it's been kind of soft down there.
Boys, I really hope we get to do a stinker tonight. This is a nice one. This is a really nice one. Just a guy who committed a lot of crime. Didn't bother anybody, though.
All right.
I like that.
I do, too. Just a guy, almost a catch me if you can type.
Now, in 45 minutes, is there going to be oh, wait, I forgot about this one rape and murder he committed? Okay.
Scout Honor, I remember every rape from here on out.
All right.
So I promise you this one's really nice. There's even like kindness towards animals, which I feel like with a lot of people we cover on this show, you don't really hear that
the
often.
exact opposite, typically.
I know. And this is a guy who as a kid went through the ringer. So you're rooting for him the whole way through. And I don't know.
Well, let's get to the bottom of it, because we could end up talking about fucking sexual assault allegations. Here we go. And see what we're going to do. Not today, we're not.
Oh,
it's your day.
You're gonna like this one, though. Like I said,
I might even crack off.
Oh, my gosh.
Crack it open.
John.
You want cold?
Is it trash? Oh, yeah. Oh, well, thank you so much.
It is
Your
trash
penis
night.
wet before I put that water there?
Guilty.
Yeah, we did touch tips, and we briefly transported while you went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting about the transport.
Yeah, it's a lot like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
We'll have to get back to that at the end of this.
We will, yeah. I'll do it with you. I've never did a three-way tip touch. So where do you think we could possibly end up if we touch tips three ways, Jake?
Jesus Christ. Fucking Tesseract and Interstellar.
Breaking dimensions, you think so?
Yeah, I mean, if he's saying you break the astral plane with just 2 tips, 3 tips is going to send us into the surface of the sun.
And
Dude.
if anybody knows about breaking astral planes, it's this motherfucker, the way he breaks beds.
It's the Big Bang. That's what I refer to it as.
What's he say, Bazinga?
He does.
He sure does.
Still gets me, man. That guy is somebody that I didn't think was long for this world, but
Yeah.
I bet he still
Did you
is.
think he was going to walk into a propeller or something?
Kind of.
What a
AIDS.
way to go.
He's tall, isn't he? He seems like a tall guy. He'd walk into something.
Yeah.
This guy we're going to talk about tonight, there was a lot of plane stealing.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Fuck yeah.
And it was the great thing is this is a guy who had no formal pilot training. He says that he learned most of what he knew about flying planes from Microsoft Flight Simulator.
No way.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Do you ever play that?
I've thought about it.
Didn't Sky Hero do that as well?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bibo.
Yeah.
Bibo, yeah.
Yeah.
So, dude, I have to play this game. Was this like a popular computer game back in the day?
They're on like the Switch for like $2-3 on sale sometimes.
So I've seen
And I've thought about
videos
doing
of them now that make
Yeah.
it seem like it's modern.
It looks pretty fucking
I
awesome.
guess it's been around for decades. I got to get on this thing. I got to start stealing planes.
I know. They seem it seems easy to get up, Jake. Now it
Yeah.
could just be the non-alcoholic light beers talking tonight. But the smaller the plane, the more confidence I have in getting one off the ground and in the sky and just pointing the finger at my mother's grave.
And just looking over to the passenger side and saying, "Don't worry, I don't know how to learn to land." And Jeff, I'm going to need you to smash the camera, smash the computers. This never existed.
I said a hit. Huh?
Start over.
But this fellow's name is Colton Harris Moore, and he's known as the Barefoot Bandit, and much like what you'll probably find in Jake's Google history, also known as Teen Houdini.
He was a teen boy doing this shit?
Teenage boy.
Oh.
And the FBI, Homeland Security, and local cops were looking for him, so I guess it'd be fair to say it was a boy hunt.
Boy, huh? Is this why you picked this guy?
No, it fell into my lap. Like most of those guys claim when they get caught.
These boys don't just fall from trees, you know.
Born March 22nd, 1991 in beautiful Pacific Northwest, Mount Vernon, Washington. You guys have been to the PNW.
I have not.
That's a place I've always wanted to go.
Yeah, I've been hesitant because PNW, not something that conjures good memories.
Why?
I've never been there. I'm just talking about the words that they imply.
Pog nuns.
Yes. I would have been there in a heartbeat.
Wow.
if that were the case.
Wet dreams.
Yes. All those things.
The PNWDs.
Isn't that what we went to Iraq for?
Yeah.
Yes.
They were hiding them.
Yeah. Real quick Iraq note before I move on. But do you know remember how they found Saddam Hussein hiding in a hole? There had to have been a moment for when they opened the hatch and Saddam Hussein caught eyes with that soldier where they were just like, ah! Like, you know when you catch somebody?
He's really
like,
in there? Yeah.
I got you.
Oh, yeah, playing tag. You actually have to find. Oh, yeah. I'm so scared.
It would have been great if Saddam just had a puppet, though, and he just went up first.
Yeah.
Kind of like,
I kill you.
He went that way.
You had the Jeff Dunham puppet with him?
But he's talking like Triumph.
Jake, this is unfortunate. He grew up as the son of two alcoholic parents.
Oh, man, you got to just have one.
I know.
It's better if it's just one.
A yelly dad.
Yeah.
Gordon and Pam were their names. Pam is a good alcoholic mother name. Strong alcoholism in that name.
Yeah, that has like we own several velvet bags of Crown Royal around the
Yeah,
house.
that we use for other purposes.
Yeah.
No, the other bag of bolts. What year was fella born?
1991.
Oh, man.
Probably close to you.
Younger than me, yeah.
Yeah. What year were you
If
born?
he can do it,
88?
why can't I? 86.
Wow.
Oh wow.
5
That was
years
the year
younger.
that Back to the Future came out?
I believe so. Could have been 84.
I think it was 85.
Could have been 85.
Pretty sure it was 85.
I think we should spend the rest of the time arguing about it.
Let's just name other numbers we know.
Don't look it up. Don't even fucking think about looking it up.
It says it on the time machine. 1985.
Yeah, true. Jake, you fucked us as usual, man. Thank you.
Wow. Thought my asshole hurt before I got here.
Yeah, well, y'all trying to talk about flux capacitors?
This thing did not have enough flux on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind shoving a banana peel in that thing, Jake. But Jake, again, unfortunately, old Colton, I'm going to call him Colt because I think that's a cool name, and I think that's what a bad, trashy boy with a fucked up haircut is usually called, Colt.
Yeah, if he's a barefoot anything, that's a cult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colt's father, convicted felon, he bailed when Colt was a toddler. So he left him with his alcoholic mother, who neighbors said would beat him. And they lived surrounded by woods.
Yeah.
And I think for other people who choose to live out there, you're choosing it for the serenity of the situation.
So you're probably far enough away that if you're getting beat and you can hear it, it's loud.
Yeah.
She was beating him loud.
Yeah, if this trailer's a rocking.
They thought deers were
my head's knocking between the radiator and the wall.
I'm getting CTE from my mom. Now, are we confirmed that it is trailer out there?
A single wide, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, not even double wide.
I know, man.
Dude, that's like where I was this weekend. I made a wrong turn to get to this Airbnb. Mm-hmm. Bro, I was in Carcosa for a minute.
For real?
Dude, I was like, if I don't reverse out of here soon, a guy's going to come out of this house with a shotgun.
Well,
This
dude,
trailer with a shotgun.
Dude, his fucking mom, she had a sign on at the entrance to their property that said something along the lines of, like, if you go past this sign, you will be shot.
Yes. That's
Which
exactly
I
what
100% respect
Whoa.
and get.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Understandable. But a lot of times people would visit the property, children's services.
Okay.
So Child Protective Services will come out there.
That's got to be a rough. Oh man, do I keep going? Because they're not gonna like that I'm here.
Would you walk into the property screaming so they knew?
Hands up,
Yeah.
don't shoot. I'm here to ask you about you beating your kid.
I'm here to take your son away from you. I don't mean any harm.
They just leave a slip on the door. Pick your son up at the facility.
But they were there on the property at least a dozen times by the time Colt was 15.
Man.
So there was a ton of shit. And in one of the reports in a New York Times article, they noted that Colton told the social worker that he wants his mom to stop drinking, smoking, get a job, and for her to have food in the house. Oh, man. I know.
Wow.
Real demanding fucker.
Unbelievable. She's just trying to live her life. What's she doing?
We should have named you Demando.
Demando Moore.
Hasta la vista, mommy. That's still Schwarzenegger Commando. He was Commando as well. Older brother of Special Needs Demando.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, fucked up neighbors would say that they would hear them screaming at each other. And when he was 10, he started stealing. 12, he was diagnosed with depression, ADD, IED, and OPP. Yeah, you know him.
Man, that was the ADD like golden age, right? Like when kids were getting diagnosed.
Dude, insane. And he was also, they were fucking loading him up with fucking antipsychotics and antidepressants.
Dude, that's 2003, right? That's like prime pharma time.
I can't imagine a kid who's barely got food is like getting regular doctor visits. Is it just like the school that diagnoses them, or like you have to go get a physical before high school, right?
I would bet that they were on top of doctor shit for the sake of getting a check. So it's like all that shit. I'm sure for. I don't know about depression and ADD, which probably, but at least for the intermittent explosive disorder, you probably get a pretty nice check for that.
Especially if the school reports something like depressive tendencies, then they probably have to get it checked.
I thought IED was a joke like OPP. I had never heard of
intermittent explosive
disorder.
But I mean, all of it.
Wait, that's what it means?
It's an official diagnosis,
Oh, wow.
but at the same time, it's like the kid doesn't have food in his house. Both parents are alcoholics. His dad fucking bailed on him. His mom's beating the living shit out of him. Yeah, I'm going to intermittently explode as well.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
all right. Rough start so far for sure.
He would go to neighbors' houses and he would go to ask for a peanut butter and jelly. This was his little trick. This started at the age of 10. He would go to neighbors. He would ask for a PB&J, and while they were making him a sandwich, he would start stealing shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What a baller move.
You've got a good 4 to 5 minutes until that sandwich is done, right? You know,
Yeah.
gotta be
Shop till you
delicate
drop.
with that
Yeah.
peanut butter.
And then if you yell, "Ooh, I actually have a peanut allergy, so just jelly for me, ma'am."
What the heck? Why did you say that? Well, I guess I'll have this one later.
Where's the mayonnaise?
You know what? I also have a knife allergy. Would you mind smearing that jelly with a spoon? I hate to be a demando.
I hate to demando more of you.
But this is kind of nice. As a child, he spent a lot of time in the forest.
And
Robin Hood.
I imagine barefoot if he continues on barefoot.
Yep.
I can't handle the outdoors barefoot.
Oh, it's got to feel so nice on your tootsies.
No.
I mean,
way.
barefoot on the grass, sure, but like barefoot walking down a
Like in the
hiking
woods?
trail.
Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare.
Stones and sticks. I've seen people be able to do it. It's possible, but I got fucking delicate little bitch feet, Mike.
But I wonder if he did it because he had shitty shoes constantly.
Yeah.
And it was just like, fuck it. I'm
More
not going to be made
comfortable.
fun of for my shoes.
Dude, I remember like every time the ice cream man would come as a kid, and I would be like in the back doing like a slip and slide and trying to run through the gravel to get on your bare feet. Just
Trying
like,
to put
ow, 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 doing that fucking
penny
hustle.
loafers on your wet feet.
Yeah.
And he's briefly sent into foster care,
Oh, man.
which is not just an incredibly funny podcast by our friend Ryan Foster, Jake.
From foster care to foster care.
Who's taking care of you? My aunties?
What?
Aunties?
Leave it alone.
It's
No, I loved it.
a branch of family person.
Stick with it.
Both of you stop.
All right, I'm gonna leave it alone.
He just said that one.
All right.
Hey, let him go nuts, all right?
Well, in my defense,
You mean acorns?
Yeah.
John, in my defense, I was thinking while he was talking.
I know you were. I know exactly what happened.
I didn't have my ears on.
It's fine. I don't have mine on. I get it.
Jake, this is very sad. July 14th, 2006, a warrant is sent out for his arrest because he misses court. So he starts getting in trouble for stealing shit and breaking into people's houses. Misses court.
This trick doesn't work too well.
No.
Yeah.
The peanut butter and jelly trick. Oh, no. Where's my TV and wallet now?
So he takes off when he finds out there's a warrant, and he takes off into something called the Camino Island Woods. And that's where he spends a lot of his time dicking around in amongst the trees.
Just hiding from the authorities.
Yeah.
And surviving off
cool.
the land.
Yeah. Now, initially, that's got to be excited because you think you're getting away with murder, but I can't imagine they're looking very hard for you for a fucking little boy who's just stealing.
Right. Yeah.
They want
It's not a
boy-
fucking manhunt.
A boy hunt.
Wow. If you don't know what we're talking about, you're going to have to refer back to our Patreon bonus episode from last week where we had a successful boy hunt.
We were looking for a little boy that we couldn't find, and ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
In the 11th hour, we have found the boy.
So, Jake, while he's on the run, he's breaking into vacation homes in the area, and he's using computers.
Nice.
And while he's using these other people's computers, he's committing identity theft because he's copying all of their information that they have saved
Whoa.
on the computers. On top of that, too, he's having credit cards sent to these houses because, all right, so if this is unoccupied at this time, he's going to assume, like, okay, it'll take a couple weeks to get here. And
It'll be empty for,
Yep. And I can grab the mail when it comes. On top of that, too, he's ordering shit that he would need for the wilderness, like bear mace and night vision goggles.
Whoa.
This is
That's awesome.
very impressive.
I think it's very cool.
That's the difference. 5 years of difference, and I'd be able to know how to do that kind of shit. But I'm so fucking stupid. The first thing I saw on the internet was porn, and now I just whack off to it immediately.
With night vision goggles on. Using bear mace as lube.
Ow, 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 ow.
Jake, it isn't until February 9th, 2007 where they catch him, and he's sentenced to 3 years in a juvenile facility, which is a long-ass time for a kid.
Wow.
And he was out there for about a year? Or
Yeah. Well, it was July to February.
Yeah.
So
he made it through
7
most
months.
of the fucking winter.
Yeah.
He's about
Half of the
16
winter.
years old. That juvie. Yeah. They didn't try him as an adult.
No.
Wow.
Did he sleep in these vacation homes often when it was cold, I suppose?
I bet he did, yeah.
Yeah.
This is fucking awesome. This is very modernized Frank Abagnale.
Yeah. Dude.
Hanratty.
Just imagine getting that, like, the utilities bill on your vacation home. Like, well, Jesus, our electric really went up. I guess it's having a heat wave.
Yeah, these raccoons are making themselves a lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
And I thought they could see at night. Why'd they order so many night vision goggles?
But he's caught in February of 2007, sentenced to 3 years. After about a year, he's sent to a halfway house. You're almost there. That's why it's called a halfway house, man.
Oh, but he's not.
Yeah, he's just like,
for it.
fuck this. Now, in his defense, he probably thinks he's going back home to his fucked up mom.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So fuck it, I'd escape too. So he escapes, steals a car, goes back to the Camino Island Woods. In July of 2008, he's 17 at this point.
And this is a true island. Does he have to go over, leave the car on the mainland and take a fucking boat to this place? Or is it just
I saw
like
a map
a
of his-
bridge to it?
I don't know how they are as far as bridges, but there's all these little islands set up around this
Puget
area.
Sound, I guess, right?
Yeah, that word reminds me of pussy every time I see it.
It reminds me of Pubic Mound.
Thank you.
Puget Sound.
Yeah, as soon as she let me touch her Puget Sound, I knew it was home free.
That's a guitar effects pedal, like an overdrive pedal.
The Puget
Yeah,
Sound?
Pugilist, I think it's called.
Is it based on
I have
early
no idea.
90s grunge?
I've never heard of probably got a nice crunch to it, but I didn't know a Puget Sound is a land thing as well.
Yeah, it's where
water.
Seattle is. Or,
Puget Sound also sounds like it could be referring to a queef. I want to hear that Puget sound.
Yeah, I got to pump more air into there with my penis. With my hairy penis.
Oh, Jake. Jake, July of 2008, he's 17. Media coverage is starting to expand on this case. Getting a little bit older, and he's been away for a little while now. He steals a Mercedes, and that's when like police finally got a beat on him. So they start chasing him.
There was news reports like steadily about him being a fugitive, essentially.
Yes.
But not even close to a most wanted kind of thing.
Because
right?
up until this point, he's just breaking into houses and like
non-violent,
fucking around.
Yeah.
So he steals a Mercedes, and that's when police notice him. Oh, there's a very cool documentary called Fly Colt Fly from 2014, and they animate this shit.
Nice.
And in the beginning of the documentary, they're showing the animated version of him fucking flying past these cops in a Mercedes. It's very cool.
Hell yeah.
He pulls over at a certain point, runs into the fucking woods. They chase him into the woods, and he ends up dropping a bunch of his shit off. And they find credit cards. They find a digital camera, which includes selfies. Man. So they know exactly who they're working with here.
Yeah.
From there, he graduates to stealing boats.
Oh my God, he's literally working his way through the automobiles.
Dude, it's so fucking cool. This is the perfect area for this shit.
Yeah.
You can steal cars. You
If you
can
have a
steal
fucking
boats.
boat, you might be able to disappear more than you could with the car.
Yeah, that's
like
insane.
going from island to island in that
Yep.
Puget Sound.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't get any cleaner. What do you say?
It doesn't, and that's why I'll never go there.
You got to wash it.
Watch that Puget Sound.
Oh, I smell someone's Puget Sound.
I can smell your Puget. So, Jake, he's stealing boats. He's committing burglaries again, which is very cool. November 12th, 2008, he steals his first plane. Isn't that exciting?
That's crazy.
Do you remember the first thing you stole?
Yes.
What was it?
A candy necklace from a hoagie shop. And my mom wouldn't buy it for me. I took it, and then I hid it in my sister's room and ate it. And as I was like just housing a candy necklace.
You just ate the whole thing.
Yeah, I did.
I
And
didn't know
then
you weren't supposed to eat the string.
I was going to like save it, and then I'm not even kidding. I looked out the window, and there was a cop in my neighbor's driveway. And I was like, "Oh, they're here for me! I got it!" And I just started, and then I almost choked on the string trying to eat it so fast.
Shut up.
I swear to God.
You thought they were going to run your pockets for the
Yes.
candy necklace?
Yeah, I thought I was going to jail because I stole a candy
They
necklace.
should
My
have.
phone call.
You call a candy store. Give me a candy necklace.
Have you ever stolen anything?
Yeah, I was a little stealing ass when I was a kid. I used to steal CDs.
Ooh. I was always afraid of setting off the
Same, dude.
alarm. FYE and the wall had all those little
the
stickers.
Wall in Springfield Mall. I think that was the first place I might have stolen from.
Were you like high school age?
Yeah,
And I guess that was before they were in the big case, guys.
they were in the extenders.
Oh, you knew how to get it out?
I had big pants. No, I wouldn't take it out. I would just take it. I had big pants, and I would just shove it down the front of my pants.
That didn't set off an alarm. It was
would.
a deterrent because both.
Well, dude, so you would just
Bulky
keep walking.
end.
You realize most times they wouldn't fucking bother you, and if they
Yeah.
did, you just keep walking. And
You were
most,
staying calm with the thing.
Whoa,
Oh, my
Mike.
God, Mike.
Ice in his veins. I love that about you. That's great.
Bad
the last
boy.
time I remember stealing, I stole a CD from. I think I stole a Ghostface Killer CD, or it was either Raekwon or Ghostface Killer. There was a record store in Ocean City.
Was it Fish Scale? Or was it motherfucking the Iron Man one?
Well, it was either Iron Man
Or Built for Cuban Links?
Oh, I thought you meant like. I'm confused.
Isn't that one Ghostface?
So Built for
album?
Cuban. So, all right, Iron Man was Ghostface's first album, and only Built for Cuban Links was Raekwon's. So it was one of those two.
Okay.
Dude.
Bad boy.
Yeah, I
bad
would
They,
go
they scared me because every time I'd open up the CDs, I'd see 6 different stickers hidden
Same,
around there.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, I could never steal these.
Yeah.
I don't know where they are.
That was great deterrence, man.
Yeah.
I'm low level, dude. I'm talking fucking cheese sticks, Polios from Wawa. That's how I got my start.
Deterrence was my stealing name. Dude, there was one time I stole from the wall in Springfield, and before I could even fucking steal anything, the guy knew what I was up to. He might have recognized me from before, but I don't think I had put anything in my pants yet.
Mm-hmm.
But he came up, and I forget what he said, but like it was like, I know you're stealing.
Not in so many words,
Yeah.
but
Right,
that was
yeah.
the message.
So I don't remember if I had anything in my pants and took it out and put it back, or I just hadn't stolen anything yet. So then we left, and me and my buddies got boozed up all day, and then we went back that night because the plan was to beat the guy up. And I just assumed he was there all fucking day till closing. He was not there. And we were just acting up in the mall so much that mall security was like chasing us around. For a while it was fun, but then they also called the cops.
Oh,
And
man.
one of my friends actually got arrested by Springfield police.
Because he got caught and you guys ran?
He got caught, and then he was like fighting with the cops.
Oh, my God.
And
Yeah,
then,
that's a drunk person's natural reaction. I can't argue with that. Especially first time, you feel the way they handle you.
yeah,
Hey, you don't have the right for that.
yeah.
I'm a sovereign citizen.
I'm a sovereign 16-year-old.
That's how old? Barely
It was
just
about that
driving?
age, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ooh, and then you were getting drunk and you went back to the mall.
That's so
Wow.
Bad boy stuff,
You
man.
were a bad boy.
Where were you drinking?
Darby.
Oh, God. So you went all the way back up to Darby and came back to Springfield Mall.
Yeah, so we would always party at my buddy Danny's house.
Okay.
And he lived down the street from Fitzgerald Mercy Hospital.
Yeah, yeah.
And his mom just let us do whatever we wanted, which was the
Cool
fuck. We
mom.
thought she was the coolest, but it was the fucking worst because
Oh, she was home. She wasn't at work.
she would be home sometimes, but she did work a lot.
Yeah.
And she was actually a cop too, which, yeah,
Nice.
not a very good one. And dude, they had a collie, and when she would sleep, we
Because she was a lady, you mean?
no, by the fact that she had like 100 underage kids drinking in her house and knew it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that.
But she was always like, she either had her her like off-duty job was like a security job at the hospital, but she was, I think, a Pendelco police officer, which I guess would be like a school police officer.
Okay.
And she would hang all of her cop stuff downstairs, and she would often fall asleep on the couch. This poor lady was working around the clock, and they had a collie. And sometimes we would dress the collie up in her police uniform and put the gun around his waist. She would wake up and see a dog wearing a whole uniform.
Oh, man, if only we had cell phone cameras back then.
Jesus. Oh, yeah. What is that? A strapped border collie?
I feel terrible for her. She was a very sweet woman. And,
You guys invented Paw Patrol.
yes. There was one time where they were having a family counseling session in the house, and I didn't know this was happening,
Oh,
but they were
no.
all in the living room, and I think I was 17, and I walked in with a case of beer over my shoulder during the family counseling session.
Bro.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You are the villain in a sitcom or a drama. Holy shit.
Yeah, sweet lady, man. Where was I going with that, Jake?
Stealing?
Stealing a single plane. That's what he
Yes.
did. We didn't get to you. Did you steal?
I think it's mainly been candy. I don't know if I've ever stolen a non-consumable.
Yeah.
Maybe some camping gear from a Walmart.
Okay.
Maybe like a headlamp or something.
Oh, that's a good stealing item.
Yeah.
You just wear it out. No, I came in here with it on. You wear it out of the store.
I'm walking out with a sleeping bag up to my neck. Check the tape. I walked in like this.
Oh, I also used to steal money too, from a job that I worked at.
Was that the bingo?
Bingo. Yeah.
Okay.
It was.
That's a good racket right there.
It
I used
was
to steal money from somebody who stole from the job I worked at. So it's kind of like a Robin Hood thing.
Dude, when I was a busboy in 5th grade, I'd spend the whole day being the busboy, and they would put all the tips together, and they'd only give me $5 at the end of a full day. And
From everybody. You got 5 total.
yeah, from everyone. No. 5. Yeah, 5 total.
Yes.
Yeah, and there was like 6 waitresses working, and they all like left with stacks of 20s. And there was so many times I was tempted to just reach in and be like, "Oh, there's a 20,
What was your hourly minimum wage?
$5."
So, yeah. We were getting boned, bro.
Yeah.
You weren't even fingering these chicks. Jesus Christ. And so he's stealing a plane, you said?
He stole a plane, John, and he flew it 300 miles east.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and he ends up stealing 6 planes, and each plane he crash lands, but crash lands safely to the point where he's not seriously injured.
He lives, but the plane's not usable
Yes.
anymore.
Yeah,
So he made it all the way on the outside of Washington, essentially?
he did. So the first time he ends up crashing this plane in Yakima onto the Yakima Indian Reservation. And Jake, as you know better than anybody, walk-ins are not welcome on the reservation.
They don't even like it when you fly in.
But from there, he's stealing cars to get around because he doesn't get caught there. And he goes from fucking Reno to Sacramento back to Washington.
He goes back to
So
Washington.
he's just going around. He's just having fun.
Are these crashes like visible and like people are worried about it, or is it low key?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably extremely low key. And it's probably a while before
He
people know
finds
that
a place
they're
to
fucking,
crash.
Yeah, probably a while before people know that they're fucking.
Thank you, Jeff.
It's probably a while before people know that their planes are missing. Because he's taking them out of fucking airplane hangars.
Yeah.
These are probably people with just a lot of disposable income that just, fuck it, I'll go out there every Sunday and fly my plane.
Mm-hmm. This is fucking awesome.
I'll fly my plane.
I love that about you.
I love it.
I'll crash it in the reservation. I'll do a Wayne dance. I don't care.
Up to a plane dance.
Jake, things get even better. In June of 2009, he breaks into a police car. So a cop has his squad car parked outside of his house, and from the car he steals a cell phone and a rifle, and ammunition as well.
And
This is crossing the line into no.
And at this point too, he's 18.
Bro.
I know.
You had to have done that a year ago.
Jeff, can you clip where I say he's 18, and then they go, "Oh,
Oh man.
you set us up, Mike. You set us up.
I'm sending this to your jobs."
Send it to yourself, brother. You're my only boss.
So he steals a cell phone and a rifle, and God, that's got to be the funniest conversation that you have to have as a cop with your boss. Is you got to knock on the captain's office and be like, "Captain, I brought you a couple donuts, and I just want to let you know I got my rifle stolen."
Are they? Did they all keep them in the car overnight?
I would imagine because I mean you see it where they're so it's like they have their keyboard set up
Yeah.
and they got it like mounted right there in case of
Yeah.
a really bad guy, Jake.
And I feel like a lot of them, when they switch out their cars, right? Like if they're shift employees and they have to share a police car, so they'll keep everything in that black bag, drop it in the trunk, and then kind of like get everything ready.
So
You know
if
what I
it's
mean?
your car, I mean, if it's at your house overnight, it's yours, right?
Yeah.
Huh. That's so stupid. But it's cool to know I can steal a cop's gun. Sorry.
God bless you.
I'm allergic to learning cool new things.
He steals a second plane and then steals a boat, and he manages to go from So this is from the plane theft. He ends up going from British Columbia into Idaho.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I wonder if that had anything to do. There's no mountains in between, like ranges in between the.
I don't know.
It's mountainous for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not a
I wonder if he had to go up through British Columbia and then back down to Idaho to like avoid like when you go
Elevation.
over mountains, they have that weird like altitude they cause turbulent. I'm making shit up.
No, I think you might be onto something here.
He knows about causing turbulence.
Me does?
No, he does.
Oh, him does.
Oh, you know I
Yeah.
do.
This is kind of a fun one too.
Whenever he's coming on the plane, they say, "Turb coming." Here come Big Turb.
As soon as I step on the plane, they put on the fasten seatbelt.
The captain looks back. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Yeah, they see they see that ass walking down the aisle. They're like, fasten actual belts too. Jake, October 2009, Jake, he breaks into homegrown grocery store, steals a bunch of shit, steals $1,000 worth of cash, and this is kind of a fun one. This gains him a lot of notoriety. In chalk, he's having some fun with the Barefoot Bandit nickname, and he's drawing big ass footprints in chalk.
That's
and then by the door, he writes "See ya."
Damn. That's a cool move.
Yeah, and at this point, the FBI and Homeland Security are now after him as well.
Damn.
You're gonna love this. This is very sweet.
Feds on your tail. Your time is numbered.
In May of 2010,
Days are numbered. Jesus Christ.
Time is numbered.
Delete it.
this is a den of retardation, and I want you to always feel safe here.
I do.
Thank you. In May of 2010, he finds himself in Raymond, Washington, and he ends up.
Who's Raymond, Washington?
It's
Yo!
it's Ray Romano's black half brother.
With the double Romano.
Deborah, have you seen how big my brother's dick is?
Did they just harmonize?
How big is it, Raymond?
Oh shit, he got a Brad Garrett. And nobody got a Brad Garrett.
Nobody got a Garrett.
Nobody got a BG in this bitch.
Let's just say if you drape it over your wrist, she think you would went to the snake salesman.
What?
You know how your wife always accuses you of going to the snake salesman?
Oh yeah, every fucking day I wake up at noon. Where were you out late last night? The snake salesman.
Why are there scales in bed with you? It's got a gun pointed at you.
You were hissing again.
You slithered into the house at 4:30 a.m. Karen, put the gun down. This is very sweet, though, Jake. He finds himself in Raymond, Washington Jr. It's a down low black guy that he meets in the woods, and they're porking. They end up getting poison ivy all over their private parts, Jake.
Oh, man.
Poison ivy, sumac, you name it. They got it on them. Could you imagine getting poison ivy on a massive black dick? You've heard of poison oak? That's poison oak shit. But this is very sweet. He drives past an animal hospital.
Put Calabine's lotion on it.
I love when you're racist, Jake.
That was terrible.
No, that was right on the money. I loved it. Jake, in Raymond, Washington.
Chill with the Brad while I got the giggles, dude, or I'll never cure him.
All right, I chew with the bread.
That's Leno Romano. But Jake, he drives by an animal hospital that's closed, and he's like, I have a little extra cash, and he actually writes on a note. He says, "Drove by, had some extra cash. Please use this money for care of animals." Colton Harris Moore, aka the Barefoot Bandit, and gives him $100.
Yeah, but the janitor gave it to the hospital.
Yeah, I'll give it to the dogs.
Yeah, this is so dogs can eat.
Yeah, it's I'll put it right in the dog wallet.
He immediately gets in the car, goes to the snake salesman.
Yeah,
Were you at the snake salesman with the $100 you stole from the animal hospital?
Honey, it's a boa.
yeah, I'm gonna go right to the ATM at Bark of America. But I thought that was very cool of him. And on 4th of July, 2010, he finds himself in Bloomington, Indiana, and he steals a plane there.
Whoa.
And he's like, fuck it, I'm going out of the country because the heat's really turning up on this motherfucker. And he knows he's about to get caught.
So fly over an international border undetected.
Well, the reason for planning on flying into Cuba is they didn't have an extradition treaty with the United States. He was going to go to Cuba. He was going to go to Cuba. He ends up in the Bahamas.
From Indiana.
From Indiana, he ends up in the Bahamas.
He had enough fuel to get to the fucking Bahamas in one of those little planes. That's sick.
Come on.
Yeah, and it's I think we mentioned it last week too, but I just found out that the Baja Men are named the Baja Men because they're from the Bahamas. I always assumed they were Jamaican.
Yeah, mind blown.
You knew though, right?
Yeah, you're making me feel really smart. Yeah, he side-eyed me and said, "You knew though, right?" What should I say here? One of us.
Surprised me too. What? I always thought they were from the Virgin Islands. Hey, stickers, I want to take a second to thank our sponsor, Hims. Hims ED, baby. If you haven't been giving the bedroom performances you want, guys, have you? Yeah. Well, I have not.
What?
Wishful thinking isn't going to make your dick hard, but Hims sure can. Hims provides men with access to affordable sexual health treatments. With a range of doctor-trusted options like chewable tablets, Viagra, Cialis, and their generic options for up to 95% less, you'll be winning in the bedroom and with your bank account. The process is totally online, and if you're prescribed, shipping is free. It's time to get Hims and get the job done. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/stinker. That's HIMS.com/stinker for your personalized ED treatment options. hims.com/stinker. The featured products include compounded products which are not approved nor verified for safety, effectiveness, or qualified by the FDA. Prescription required. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan. Hims ED, baby. You don't have to get hard if you stay hard. I've always said that.
So the FDA is the Federal Dick Administration, and
It
the
is,
FBA
yeah. Yes.
is Federal Balls
Yeah.
Administration.
Yeah.
And that was the mix-up there. Yeah.
That's how J.D. Vance came to be vice president. Just Dick Vance.
Oh, because of the ball
Yes,
accident?
because of his with his work with the FDA, the Federal Dick Association. So it's a lot of bureaucracy and
Yeah, they do share a building with
red tape.
Very confusing. At least get a separate entrance.
Yeah, I do like it though how the FDA is a lot like the rotunda actually shoots off at night. Very,
You just wanted to say rotunda.
yeah. Makes me think of a fat bitch every time. But Hims ED, baby, good stuff. And he makes it down there. He's there for about a week. And July 11th, he's been stealing boats and he's doing all kinds of wild shit out there. And in the documentary I mentioned, Fly Colt Fly, a bunch of the island natives are talking about all the wild shit they were watching him do. And he ends up getting stuck on a sandbar. And at that point, the police know like a general area of where he's at. And eventually they know that he's down there.
He is just his body is on this sandbar, unable to reach the mainland after he crashed in the water, or
I don't know if he's still in the fucking boat or if he gets out or what, though.
This is a man in a pilot suit. Like, I don't know whose plane this is. Yeah.
But once the police show up, I think he's trying to get the boat back in the water. And the police draw their guns on him, and he's got a gun, too. He holds a gun to his own head.
whoa,
Yeah. They're able
I'll
to
fucking do it.
I feel like there would be no stakes in that for them. They would just be like, fine.
Yeah, please don't. You only owe like $10,000.
If there were steaks in the water, Jake, they would probably be tuna steaks.
Nice.
The police, they finally arrest him. Okay. So he's arrested. He's extradited from the Bahamas to Miami. Which, man, what a trip.
Yeah.
You really got it good, man. In January 2012, he's sentenced to 6 years. And this is very exciting.
That's not bad.
It was a big enough story as to where Hollywood catches wind of it, and 20th Century Fox ends up paying him $1.4 million for the rights to his story.
A winner after all.
Wow.
Did he have to wait
Unfortunately-
until he was out of jail for that?
I don't know, but here's how this worked out. So, because he owes so much in restitution, the entire $1.4 million has to go towards paying back his victims.
He really garnered that much of a rack up?
I would bet that most of it is from the planes that he crashed. 6 planes crashed.
Yeah.
Bunch
They
of
were all
stolen cars.
small planes.
That's
Yes.
going to set you back.
Yeah.
I guess there still are like $100,000 minimum.
Yeah, unfortunately. And he's even after the 1.4 million, he still owes close to 130,000. So while he's in prison,
He needed an agent big time on that
I
one.
know
Yeah.
his mother's not doing well, And in 2016, she's diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer, Jake. He's able to start a GoFundMe because he wants to have his mother frozen until they're able to figure out a cure for cancer.
Okay, goddamn. This guy's been fucking stupid as shit the whole time.
He's wanting to freeze his alive mother.
Yes. He wants to freeze her until they're able to find a cure to make her well, which is incredibly...
She's still going to be an alcoholic when she gets thawed out.
Yeah, just now she's like freezing vodka and frozen vodka. You can't freeze it, though, can you?
No, you can't. So
Oh,
she'd
okay.
just be swishing around it there.
I don't know. I don't think it's ever getting cold enough. We'll have to try it.
Well, Jake, you can freeze beer.
Yes, you can.
Sure can.
He only ends up getting a little over $2,000 for that GoFundMe.
That's it.
That's it, man.
You ain't going to freeze for $2,000.
Yeah, he ends up needing I think he needs like 100-some thousand to freeze his mother.
Yeah, could you imagine being one of the guys who he owes $100,000 to? And the guy's like, I'm going to use this money to freeze my ma.
Going back to the Hollywood.
That's my fucking money. I'm going to thaw that fucking bitch out the second you leave the fucking cryogenics lab.
He's already sold his life rights, and he's trying to get $100,000 more dollars.
Yeah, this guy's
We
like,
bought this from me 6 months ago. I need like $100,000 more.
September of 2016, he's sent to a halfway house. Now, considering his track record of halfway houses,
Yeah.
probably should have sent him to a 3/4 way house.
Mike, would you say he's a flight risk?
I would, yes. Oh, Jake, you're on fire tonight, baby.
It's the
I thought I
fumes.
smelled something.
Yeah, it's bacon.
He ends up getting a clerical job with one of his lawyers. It seems to be a common thing with these high-profile types.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the same with fucking Abagnale.
You
He
want
ends
to
up
be
working for the freaking FBI.
You want to be domed by a big law dog.
It's a great T-shirt.
Sounds like somebody who worked in the industry for a while. Say your name was Dom Law Dog?
I guess you could say I was tailor-made for the occupation. December of 2016, he starts another GoFundMe. This one is to send himself to flight school.
Ooh, wow, okay.
He needs $125,000 for this.
So he's going to let his mom die and just go to flight school
Yeah,
now?
fuck it, man.
Yeah. Sorry, Mom.
He's going to use the flight skills to put his mom into orbit and keep her frozen up
Look,
there.
Mom, we're both getting wings.
And for that GoFundMe, too, it doesn't go well. He only ends up getting about $1,600 for that, which he then has to forward to as restitution to
Man.
people who he
They're
victimized.
taking everything from him.
They really are, man.
So what, because it was for him this time?
Yes.
But did his mom get to keep the $2,000 from hers?
No, I think that just got refunded to the donors.
Because you didn't hit the goal?
Yeah.
Man. Also, it's like, dude, we don't need to send you to flight school just to learn how to land.
Yeah, we all know
Like,
what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it figured out pretty good.
This is kind of
He
beautiful.
crashed 6 planes and didn't die. That's
Insane.
incredible.
Yeah.
Well, dude, to that point, I want to read you this quote where he talks about flying. And in May of 2019, he's on a Seattle radio show and he offers this quote. And I think this might have been the last time where people have heard from him.
It was the radio host. Oh, baby, I hear the blues are calling.
I don't know that guy.
Tossed salad and scrambled eggs.
So the
Acting like he doesn't know the Frasier theme song. What is going on?
I don't. I know I've seen the show and I know who Frasier
Nobody
is and
knows.
I've seen him fall off of
What's
stages.
Frasier?
Not tonight, Jake.
What's cool, Mike? You said you had something cool?
I wish I had a crane to take me out of here right now.
I didn't know that, but not the theme song.
But this is a quote from Colton Moore in regards to his love of flying. He says, "It's this uncontrollable obsession. That's really what it is. It's something that you have dreamt about and waited for your entire life. And out of all the possibilities of that moment, fuck, I wish I had my glitter right now. No matter what scenario or situation you could find yourself in that one moment, you were exactly where you were supposed to be. And I wonder if I'll ever feel that again. It's one of those moments that I think you only get once or twice in your entire life."
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful?
So he didn't get it all 6 times that he flew? What the fuck? That was beautiful until the stupid ending. And I can't believe he also carries around glitter.
Well, I like the guy.
Yeah. He
Seems like
awesome.
a guy that just likes to have a good time and got off to a rough start, but any guy that could evade capture is all right in my book.
So that was the last. He hasn't had any interviews since he's been in prison?
No, I know he was involved in.
That's the boy.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, wow. Looks like someone's little brother.
Big time. Big time LBE.
Yeah, he was fired up for at least the 2016 election, and I don't know.
Oh, was he?
Oh, no.
Yeah, he loves Trump.
Was he serving his time then?
No, he got out. He got out in 2016. But
So he's free now?
he's a free man, Jake.
Good for him. I hope.
Yeah.
Does he have his pilot's license? Do you know?
I don't know, but with that TV deal, it's always pilot season.
You ain't rhyme round about that. You ain't rhyme about that, Dal.
Thank you.
Yeah, lost my ability to talk, I guess. Got a weird voice too.
Jake, you guys ever have any boners for flying?
Yeah, not necessarily to learn, but to have the view from a cockpit from up there. I really want to be in a small plane flying over the Sierra Nevada mountains.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a couple of dreams where a pilot lets me sit on his lap.
I'm the opposite. I want to be in a big plane with a lot of little people.
Yes, the midget Dreamliner.
Yeah, American Airlines.
Yeah, love to fly. We love to fly a plane. I cannot wait. I'm going to be in a small plane. I know it might kill me. Small planes be crashing all the time.
They do.
But I am very excited. I'm going to do it next year.
Fly it yourself?
No, I'm going to be a passenger in a plane that's flying relatively low altitude over the Sierra Nevada mountains.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Hopefully do a little, I don't know, 400 miles. Probably do that in a couple hours, right?
I don't fucking know, man.
I think so.
You're
I
the
think you
fucking.
can get 400 miles pretty quick, right?
Yeah, I don't know if they go
So like a
slowish
V12,
if you're fucking sightseeing, you know, like
single engine Cessna kind of thing.
I guess
Wow.
I don't know. I
Going
don't know
for a
the
ride
name.
along?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
and cheaper than a helicopter and probably safer.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, man! Really?
Cheaper than a helicopter? Yeah, helicopters are expensive apparently.
Why?
I think they use more fuel. I think, because I think the fact that planes can just like essentially glide at a certain point, I think that saves them on fuel a lot.
Okay.
So if you're doing like to do what I want to do in a helicopter, I think would be pretty expensive, like a few grand.
Jack off.
Yeah. And see if it shoots all the way up through the blades, like we've all always wanted to.
Unfortunately, that's why the Kobe Bryant helicopter went down.
He was going to jerk off in front of a little girls' basketball team.
he was
that
jacked.
pervert deserved what he got.
When he busted, he said, "Kobe."
It has to be cheaper for a single engine plane too, because how many people probably own one and have the ability to fly, and you probably only need to fill out a form to have passengers.
Yeah,
Right? You make it your side hustle, and you have an excuse to go out flying. It's like golfing to them.
yeah. Basically, I mean, probably essentially getting paid to do their hobby
Yeah,
at a certain point, if they're willing to bring
yeah.
people with them. You know, a lot of people probably like just doing it by themselves.
Oh, man.
How much we talking for a? This is for a flight or for to buy a plane here?
That's buying that bitch.
See a bunch of call for prices. Wait, how much is that one, Jeff? Ooh, that's
2 million.
2.8 mil.
That thing looks crazy nice though. That's a private plane.
That's a 2025. That's a fresh boy.
Yeah, and that looks like it's got a lot of windows in the back, right? Like 3 rows of seats. That's big compared to what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'll be in a plane that has like 2 seats up front, and maybe room for 4 behind the pilot.
Yeah. Is that a G5? G5.
It looked in along the lines. That's more of what I'm thinking I'll be in.
Okay.
519,000.
Okay,
Oh,
that is a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a
but
lot more than I thought.
all right. We could probably a decade of Patreon if we saved. we could get that one plane.
All of our trips will be to Harris Casino from here on out.
Just land on the roof.
Shit, I'll do a weekend at Harris. They have a hotel?
No,
They don't.
they should, but they
Yeah,
don't.
they should.
Did Rivers Casino never have a hotel until now they have that thing next to it that they're calling their hotel?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did they put there?
There was like it was like an old electric factory or something like that. Like on the river, there's a park between the casino and these hotel apartments that they have, but they repurposed the thing, and I guess Rivers ended up putting it in their name at the end.
What do they have? Like a trolley or a tram going back and forth or something?
I imagine they have some kind of safer transportation than. I mean, it would only be a 3-minute walk, but
Yeah.
if you're an out of towner, you get your fucking ass beat around there by me.
If you want a 1965 Cessna 150,
And you know that I do.
37 grand. That's
Shit, dude.
that's
Which one is it?
maintain
Point to it.
this one.
Does it still
The
fly?
one that the camera is furthest from when they take the picture.
Yeah. The Marla Hooch of automobile photos.
What a flyer!
Hooch.
Oh, God, look at that thing.
Hooch.
Oh, I got to rewatch that.
37 grand, you said?
Yeah,
Signed by the Wright
that's
brothers.
obtainable.
Bro, I could buy that motherfucker today and just start flying. What if I did that as a business?
Well, you couldn't figure it out, so you're just driving it everywhere.
Merge, bitch!
Trying to go through the drive-thru.
You're in the left lane, you fucking asshole.
Just a windy day ruining me on a bridge.
Jacob's,
Damn, that's sick.
I'm still reeling from Calamines.
Yo, it took me like almost 5 seconds. But dang.
Baby.
But dang, though.
That's my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie. Badangdo
But dang,
Unchained.
though.
You guys excited for the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood sequel?
The more I
Can't wait, man.
been thinking about it, the more it's gonna be strange. What's the last thing Fincher did? Has he kind of strayed from being the very tense, like psychological thriller kind of guy?
I think he had something that kind of lightened up recently. Right?
Yeah, right. I feel like he just did something that was
Gone
like
Girl. I know he did that.
surprising to have.
That feels like pretty. That's based off a book. Social Network.
He directed Social Network,
That's what it looks like.
and Sorkin wrote it. Juice Man, Jeff Man.
His last credit is that he directed is called The Killer.
Yeah, that was on some streaming thing, maybe Netflix. I think he did a Netflix movie, and it might have been a little bit lighter tone.
I didn't know he did Mindhunter.
Yeah, and they
Yeah, it
just
seems
said
his
they're
speed.
not renewing it.
That's insane. That show was so good.
And they're basically standalone seasons, right? Each season is
For
dedicated
Mindhunter?
to, yeah.
Well, it's the same guy, isn't it? In season, there's only one season or 2 seasons? of
I've
Mindhunter?
only watched the first season.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was a
Jeff,
show
what are
that-
you looking at, man?
His last producer credit is a movie called "Is That Black Enough for You?" Question mark, exclamation point, question mark.
Dan,
It's
That
that's
looks
how I
cool.
text.
it is. It's a
That's how I text my fucking wife, dude. Is that black enough for you? And it's because I painted my penis black. And I took a picture of it and I sent it to her.
Oh, you did Black Bean.
with a copy of today's paper next to it
As I drive through Baltimore.
and your plane.
Yeah.
We can see you jerking off up there.
You're just making motor sounds.
Man, I went out of my way for what turns out to be like maybe a half hour to go to a Nike clearance store.
Shocker.
See if they had any ACG lying around. Found a couple things that I did not pull the trigger on.
You regret it now, or
Well, the one jacket that I would have bought, they did not have it in an XL, and that's what size I wear. but their shit is pretty loose fitting, and it said oversized on the tag. But I didn't bother trying on the large because it was still $80, and I feel like at a fucking clearance store, $80 is like, even though it's probably marked at $250 to begin with.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be completely waterproof. I don't know.
I was thinking of you. I almost got you something, but it was a large, and I wasn't sure if it would fit you.
Thank you. You probably made the right move.
Yeah, there's a very cool. It just looks like your speed. It might even still be on Facebook Marketplace, but it's a cool Snoopy windbreaker.
Damn.
I gotta see if it's still there because it is very cool.
Damn, Snoop. I wonder what this motherfucker looks like.
Oh,
Is the hood a dog's head?
Jeff, did he also direct Madonna Celebration, the video collection?
That's what it says.
Wow.
That's what it says here.
In what year?
2009.
Okay.
In between Curious Case of Benjamin Button and The Social Network.
Fincher directed Button?
Yeah.
So this isn't the first reunification. This isn't the first reunion of Pitt and... Damn, that thing is fucking fire. That's just somebody local that has it and wants to sell it? That's what Facebook Marketplace is?
Yeah, she is in York Haven, PA. I don't know where that is.
And
Sounds far.
that she wanted $30 for it?
Man, it's
That's so fucking...
pretty nice for that.
I mean, yeah, I can see somebody driving far for a price like that, but it's just weird. This bitch don't know what she got. Can you say her name so I can call her a bitch by name? Anyway, I thought it was the first reunion of Pitt and Finch since Seven, but Fincher did Button.
It's not.
I know, because you know why? Fincher did Button.
Did y'all like Benjamin Buttons?
I still have not seen it. Mm-hmm. It was in the theater when I was in Costa Rica studying abroad, and I did fuck a girl. And I did not see it. I didn't see it. Instead, I saw fucking Yes Man, which was killer. They called it Si Senor down there.
Did they really?
They sure did.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then I saw Baz Luhrmann's
Oh my
Australia instead of Buttons because
Whoa.
the fucking the girl I was fucking wanted to see that shit sleeping while I finger a girl at fucking 1 a.m. It's almost over. I'm Hong Shuing over here, bitch. You ever gonna come?
Just a single feather over a pussy. She just continuously queefs and keeps it up. Oh man, a lot of air gets in those things. You ever hear a queef in person?
Huh?
A queef in
course.
person?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean?
I don't know.
Oh, in person.
Yeah.
I thought you meant a queef in person. I was like, yeah, I've seen a queef in person.
A queefing person in person or?
Queef in person in person.
Did you say God bless you?
No, Gazoon type. Let's not bring Jesus into this. But let's bring the Germans in.
Ooh, it smells like pepper up in here.
Yo. Damn, I didn't know he was going to hit me with the Moynihan audition.
Oh, man.
Fucking Max Payne.
Yeah.
And I will not be your server because I don't serve anybody but the Lord Jesus Christ. Ooh, it smells like pepper up in here. I ain't going to bring you no soda because soda rots your damn teeth. I'm going to bring you a bowl of hair.
Ooh, man. Are there any planes cheaper than $65,000?
Yeah, 27.
No, 37. 37.
Oh,
yeah.
that was the 65. That was 37. My bad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, what's the newest,
Let's split it.
cheapest?
We could probably figure that out.
Do we have anything within the last 50 years of a plane? I'll take 80s or 90s.
You don't want something from the first couple years of the Grateful Dead's existence?
Yeah, I don't want to die in the same plane that Leonard Skinner died in and Richie Valens.
1981, there's one for $43,000.
All right, that's a couple decades,
All right.
or 15 years
Now-
later.
Well, what will it take to get us in something in the 90s? I feel like just a slimy used plane salesman.
That's gonna be a significant jump, probably. I'm thinking
90s, like something mid 90s.
90s might get us
Like
closer to
95.
100, six figures, seven. No.
I say 69,000. That's my guess.
Pervert.
This horny motherfucker wants to jerk off in the air so bad. He's willing to pay.
I never have any room.
There's a 1996 for 150.
Oh,
But 2004, they don't have the photo here, but 115.
Covered in duct tape.
yeah. You have to find it first.
Well, it's something to look forward to.
Yeah, I've always wanted to get myself up in the air without the aid of a 60-year-old honky.
Mm-hmm.
Get me up there and talking like this and let me know.
I do have a voice recording that I wish was longer, but I will show you guys the title of it.
Is it black enough for you?
No, it's right there at the top.
Okay. Play it.
Is this an impression or is this real?
And this is from seat 10A.
I'll keep you guys updated on the progress of this flight. Just relax and enjoy this 1 hour and 30 minutes. Work report.
The title of the recording says Mexican Pilot.
Every 8 seconds, you can hear the chicken in his lap clucking.
Did you fly?
Butter soft landing, as the stewardess pointed out.
Oh, good.
Verbatim, by the way.
Butter soft.
That landing was like butter. And she was like encouraging the people to clap. We weren't eating that shit. We're olive oil bunch back here.
I like clapping when he lands.
Well, there was a big clap thing going on a couple months ago with all those horrible crashes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Typically, I'm only in a clapping plane when we land in Vegas.
Yeah.
And the round trip price is $100.
I like to start the clap during the descent.
Slow clap.
Yeah. If it's a rough landing, I like to yell out, bounce on that thing.
God, I'll never forget the fucking guy. We had to do a stopover in Phoenix to get to Vegas. It's like less than an hour flight in the air. And we were taxiing for so long. And I was in the back, and a guy behind me yells, "What are we, driving to Vegas?" Whole fucking plane erupts, dude. I'm the comedian here. Burned me up.
Damn.
Oh, if it makes you happy, I'm sure you lost it all.
I hope so. It was so fucking funny. What are we, driving to Vegas?
Oh, there's Bud.
Right on time, as
That's
usual.
a perfect light on him, too, right
I
now.
know.
Oh, God bless him.
That big yawn, that was like a
Jeff, you
Nat
stay
Geo.
over there, buddy.
Sweet angel.
Yeah, don't make eye
You
contact
see
with
Jeff
him.
leaning over trying to get a glimpse of your cat?
Yeah, best if we keep the glass between us.
Yeah, best if
Okay.
you pick your fucking pants back up from your ankles, too. How's that?
I didn't
Or
bring my
jorts.
cowboy hat to keep it over.
You chased him away. Look at that.
Just the sound of your voice.
Saying cowboy hat.
Yeah, and Jeff showed up tonight with a can of fake cat food that said 9-inch lives.
First of all, Jeff, good for you. Didn't know you had it on you.
Yeah, it was cold that day in the Super Bowl.
I want chicken. I want dinner. Wet and juicy is a sinner. Pull it out. Let's see it.
Yeah, if you weren't circumcised before the Super Bowl parade, one of those cans was bound to do it to you. The way you were getting intimate with them.
Were you really sticking it in cans?
They weren't going in the can, but I was pissing in the
John
the
told me you
can.
were balls deep into the cans.
The whole thing fit.
Yeah. He had a can hanging from his balls, and then he had one in the front, too. It's called an aluminum whistle.
And that boy was a blowing.
I would think he would overflow that. A 12-ounce can?
Yeah.
I was just pouring them out. Like I would do like a little like
Like Dumb and Dumber?
you pinch it off, you hold it, and you pour a little out.
He is, I'm talking, controlling his urethra at all moments. You have to if you're pissing in something that small of a receiver.
I honestly doing it drunk was probably one of the most impressive feats of my life.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you were doing it every 20 minutes, so
Yeah.
you got practice.
Yeah.
Got better as the speeches went along.
Mm-hmm, yeah, and less children around because of your privates being exposed.
In front of a playground too.
Mhm, well, those laws don't apply that day. We're gonna have to think of something better system.
I should have asked you if you had any diapers on you.
How many times would you have soaked a diaper?
I don't know.
True,
How many
yeah.
times have you peed?
One and done. They're not reusable.
Oh, okay. So I'd be like pissing all over
you
myself
need
then
like a
at that
pack
point.
of diapers.
Then what are people doing in Times Square? I thought they're just shitting and pissing in diapers all night.
Oh yeah, I guess you could just wear the diaper and sit in your piss for hours. I thought you were just going to piss into the diaper and then dispose of the diaper.
Oh, is that what you're thinking?
No, I was gonna wear it. Me and you were on the same page there.
We're wearing the diapers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so just
I'm not just gonna
degrading.
pull out a diaper and piss in the diaper.
That's what I.
At that point, I just keep the cans, man.
If
It's a
somebody
power
sees
move.
that, they're gonna be like, "Where's the fucking kid that was in that diaper?"
That kid is dehydrated.
Oh, heavens, boys.
Did you ever piss in a diaper, Mike? In it, like on a correction, on a diaper, not wearing a diaper and pissing. And
I don't think so. No.
no,
No. You?
already have.
You were built for it.
Already have.
Oh,
I
man.
think the answer was just yes.
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Already have.
Yeah.
Were you having a different conversation?
Yep.
Did you piss in a diaper before you had a kid? Or
No.
once you had a diaper in your hand, you were like, how absorbent
Yeah,
is this?
Yeah, just extra. Yeah. It was a
Well, my
test.
cup's all the way over there. But there's a 30-cent diaper right here.
Yeah. No, I think it was what was it? Shouldn't say this.
Say it.
It was just like a situation. I was in the car, didn't have any. Like I pulled into a parking
Oh,
lot.
this was not a scientific experiment.
No, this
This is an
it became a
emergency.
scientific experiment when you're desperate for a bathroom
Sure.
and there's people around and you don't want to just see the piss flow happening right on the ground. So instead, you just piss in the diaper and then you just put it under someone's windshield. No, I didn't do that. I didn't put it on the windshield, but I did piss onto a diaper.
Okay.
Just to see, you know.
And you're just holding the diaper in your hand as you piss onto it.
Yes.
And it's not. All right, is the flow too fast to prevent splatters? Is the flow faster than the absorbency?
It was messy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
you're
should have
used
wore
to
the
a
diaper,
splatter.
but it was a size
Sounds
1.
like you should have worn a fucking smock like your front row at Gallagher.
Where was this, Jake?
It was out by fucking. It was near Hershey. Yeah, it was like I was doing a show up there, and I should have just stopped at a restaurant or like something like that, and I didn't, and just time ran out on me, and I just had to go, and I pulled into the first lot I could and just did something dumb. Yeah,
Insane,
I
man.
had to pee so bad. I had to pee so
Just
bad.
take your dick out and let it rip, brother.
Yeah, if there weren't so many people around, I would have, but I did it like a.
Did you like pay to go into Hershey Park and piss in the middle of the park?
I would have at that point, but I was what do you call it? I was like leaning over, I was leaning over the seat, like the back seat, kind of like.
Oh my God, you were
I'm looking
pretending
for
to
something.
look for something for
Yeah,
a
I'm
minute.
Yeah, I'm looking for something. I'm done looking for something, and then I just had a Wawa bag. I put the diaper in the Wawa bag.
Took it to Wawa and said, "You believe you served me this?" Got a free gift card.
This is supposed to be a chicken salad shorty.
It's just
I think it's a
diaper.
I think it's a pissy diaper. Can you just give me a gift? I actually have to go. Can you just give me a gift card? Dude, how many fucking junkies do you think have tried to do that at the Aramingo? Yeah, I just ordered a cheese stick and you give me a fucking pissy diaper.
Did you pay for that? Yeah.
Yeah, can I just get a gift card? I have to go. I have to go do heroin out front.
Oh man! If you guys would have seen this situation, you wouldn't be so.
I
harsh
can't
to
imagine. How
judge.
are
It was
there
like a
people
strip
around?
mall, and there was like everything was like closed. 'Cause it was
Well, why
late.
were there people there?
It wasn't easier to just pull over on the side of the road and just take a piss?
Yeah, I should have done that. Should have done that.
I think you just like to be watched.
I don't. I hate being watched.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everyone.
Nothing wrong with that, Jake. Yeah. You ever been an exhibitionist?
An exhibitionist?
Me?
Any of you?
No. He can barely pee where we go pee. Same with me. If
Yeah.
I'm not drinking and like I don't really have to piss, it can be a little bit of a tough to get the flow going. But after this one, I think it's gonna be going out real nice and easy. Yeah.
What is an exhibitionist? Somebody that watches someone or is watched?
Wants to be watched.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're putting on a show, Jake.
So you're an exhibitionist if you want to be watched, and a voyeur if you want to watch.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I
learning
would say
so
pervert, but you can say voyeur. I guess that's your right.
Yeah, voyeur is Mexican for pervert. Not Spanish, but Mexican.
Learning so much.
Damn,
Sure
brother.
did learn a lot today.
Yeah. Jake, what do you want to promote, friend?
Oh man, just find your nearest bathroom. You know, that's all I want you to do out there today. Use a installed toilet by a professional plumber and let it rip. Don't piss in diapers in cars and parking lots. There's too many cars and it makes you nervous. That's all I got to say about that.
I agree. See us in Detroit, and if you come to Detroit to see us, use a toilet.
Actually, you know what? We're playing at the Independent, and you get $2 off your ticket if you show up with a full diaper.
A full diaper?
Yeah.
Who's checking?
You.
No, I'm not
Yes.
checking.
Yep.
Nope. Everyone
I
has
think-
a full diaper.
I think
don't they?
Jake's checking.
All right, I'll check.
But we will be at the Independent Theater in Hamtramck, Michigan on Friday, May 16th. I can't wait for that shit.
Yeah, it's
We're
gonna
gonna
be
eat
fun.
some fucking pizza, and we might go to a casino after. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna think about it. We have time to decide about the casino. I think it could be fucking sick.
I can't wait for that, baby. And then May 4th, 2 weeks prior to that, I'll be in Chicago at the Lincoln Lodge. It's going to be my first headlining set. I want you to come see me. There's still some tickets available, and the link for that is available in my social media bios at Mike Rainey 82 on Instagram and Twitter. Click the link. You'll get what you need, and I cannot fucking wait for them. Also, I put a new book out. I have a new book up for sale. It's called Terrible Advice for Lovers. It has all the answers to every sex-based problem you've ever encountered. I promise you, any nut or cooter-based issue that you're having, the answer lies within this book. Go to onperks.com. You can pre-order it now. And I have some special treats available to everybody who pre-orders, including, this is the granddaddy of them all, I'm picking one person who pre-orders the book to come with me on an all-expenses-paid Disney trip on April 17th to the 19th, 2026. And if you don't get picked for the trip, which I'll be picking the winner on June 3rd episode of Dad Meat, if you don't get picked, no big deal. Everybody who pre-orders is going to get an invite to join us in Disney. If you can get there, you're welcome to join us. We're going to go to the parks. In addition to that, I'm going to plan some fun stuff after hours.
I had a question about the book.
Yeah.
Is it horny?
Extremely.
Okay, that's good to know.
Extremely. Like, you don't want to have this around kids or parents. You want to have this book locked up in your bedroom with your guns and your dildos.
Yeah, because
My
I've
God.
noticed your other books have given me boners, and they're not even that horny.
I appreciate that.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
but this is
if this one
intentional.
is horny. This is going to be locked bathroom only,
Yes.
and when the family's away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Horniest book I've ever written by far. So if you're in the mood to be riled up and just have your loin set on fire, Terrible Advice for Lovers is where it's at onperks.com.
Made it jump right there.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. And if you're watching this on Patreon, thank you for being a patron. It means a lot to us that you support us. And if you're not a patron yet, please consider it.
You've been missing the fucking chats, dude.
Yeah, we were
Live
popping
chats
off.
have been so fucking fun.
Right before we recorded this, we did a live Kumquat Hour just for patrons. We do that pretty often. We're doing live stuff just about every week. In addition to that, we do movie watch-alongs, prisoner letter writing campaigns,
News.
stinker news, book club meetings. You name it, we'll fucking do it. We'll piss into it for you. do that by going to patreon.com/lilstinkers, LILSTINKERS. All right, boys. Another fun evening. And, man, I'm glad we finally got to talk piss.
Yeah, I'm thrilled.
Been waiting on that.
It's been a while, yeah.
I loved the guy not being a killer, but in the back of my mind, I wanted to talk pee-pee with my boys.
Yeah, we're going to be talking piss soon enough. Oh, and May is going to be Chris month, so it's going to feature all people named Chris that are stinkers.
Chris month.
I love that. Guys, it's Chris month.
Can we act like a family? It's Chris month. For one fucking time out of the year.
Yeah, so our goal is to make this the most special Chris month of your entire lives, and we aim to do that. And please just open your hearts and allow Chris to enter your hearts from May 1st to May 31st.
For a month. Oh, wow. Found a balloon in my pocket. Could have used this on Sunday morning. Would you go to a party? Yeah, something like that.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Later. There's so much fucked up shit to get into.
Stinkers.